Hello, good evening. Um, I hear, let me see if I can see myself. Hello, I'm Eunice Ng, your system strategist. And today Stella is not in, so I'm here, Eunice, to walk you through the topic we have for today. So let's start with who here are entrepreneurs, coaches, and consultants scaling your business online right now, and who wants to scale your business further. So if you're here with me tonight, don't be shy. Just drop your name down here or click on the um, link on StreamYard so that I can see your comments and I can see you with me tonight. Right. Today, the topic that we're going to talk about is about scaling your business online. Do we start with system first, process first, or people first? So if you're here with me tonight, let me know where you're coming from and let me know what do you think. Is it system, process, or people that can help you to scale your business online? So today, I don't want to review first. First of all, we want to know more about what is the difference between process and system. I have more than 20 years experience in managing IT projects as well as helping um, multi-billion dollars company to save their costs in terms of um, systems and also expanding their business using technology. So, what we're going to talk about, are we talking about systems today, or are we talking about business processes today, or are we talking about people? Right. So, before we even go into hiring, the first thing first we want to look is into our own business process. Hi, whoever that's watching, say hi and drop me your link and let me know where you're coming from. I'm excited to talk to you. So if you are a live viewer, click on the StreamYard so that I could see your name on the screen here, right? So these three things come hands in hand. So which one come first? Systems, process, or people? They are all equally important and interrelated. However, in order to scale your business online right now, the one thing that you can do is actually looking at the priority of which one comes first. So I would say without a solid system, without a well-defined process in place, hiring someone before you have all this established is a call for disaster. That is true because I have been working with organizations that we have to do restructuring every other quarter. And that is because there was no well established system or processes in the hiring process. And therefore, whoever staffs or employees that are deemed not meeting the performance KPIs will need to be relieved from the jobs. And in the process of restructuring, it actually costs the company way much more with the compensation plan rather than, have an established, well-defined process in place where hiring could take a later form where it helps to establish a business process properly. You see, it's just one of the example that I want to share with you. It's actually very heartbreaking when you go into projects like I remember me being part of the project that I was being called into the office one day and say, Eunice, these are the people that we need to eliminate from the team, and I want your input on these people. like this is a employee to employee review so that we could get an affirmation evaluation, all-rounded evaluation before we take this person off from the company. It is very heartbreaking, one thing. Second thing is also not productive, and it's you are taking time that you need to work on scaling your business um, rather than taking the time to do that, we are taking the time to actually think of how we can best compensate people that we're letting go, and also looking at how we can restructure, how we can replace somebody into the business when it's no longer working, right? And then rehiring process have to take place. So this is a lot of cost and time involved, right? So the thing is, for me, I would always think about we need to define our own business process first. As business owners, as entrepreneurs, we know our business best. And all the things that we have, all the ideas that we have are only in our mind and in our thought process, which is not um, well known to others unless we have communicated in advance, right? So whether um, system or processes, I would say the priority is establishing a business process. Say it may be sales process, especially when it comes to marketing, because ultimately one of your profit center is sales and marketing, right? So when you focus into sales and marketing, you want to focus on what happened after one process after another. Like example, you have a customer. So before you acquire a customer, what are the processes that are involved? Do you run ads? Do you run Facebook ads? Do you run Google ads? Or do you have an organic approach to acquiring leads? So before these leads comes in, where do you actually put them into? Where is your database? You have to establish a place where you maintain these names, these emails, these phone numbers, where you can easily find these contacts and convert them into your future customers. So these will fall into the bucket of system. Now, of course, there are some people who started their business even without a system in place, where the only database they know is actually Excel sheet. So they maintain these names and all the information on Excel sheet. There's nothing wrong with that until you scale to a level that, oh, this paper will become cumbersome, and therefore you want to look for a system or a database that allow you that automate this in the future. And that's why I have recommended my clients to look into salesprocess.com, which is a well-versed CRM. And of course, there are other CRM, which we call customer relationship management system, where we can have our leads and our customers gathered at one place. So you have all the information gathered at one place, and then if you in when you're ready to scale, when you're ready to do email campaigns, and when you're ready to do marketing on larger scale, then you can activate the automation in these systems. So basically, a process is where you predefine before you even move into system. Like one of the success story that I know of is actually Slack. Slack is a cloud-based messaging platform, if some of you are using it, that enable team to collaborate, communicate more effectively. I'm also using the free version of Slack to communicate with my mastermind community, where we could actually have share same resources, and we can talk to each other over the chat, videos, and also pictures. So what Slack was doing is that it scaled really rapidly because they first focused on building a scalable infrastructure when they were building it. So they could handle the ever-growing user base that they envision for their business. So what they do is that they invested heavily into their systems and processes so that they ensure that there's large volumes of data and traffic is being handled well without sacrificing the performance and also reliability of the systems. So once they have established a strong technical foundation, then they actually begin hiring people to help support their growth. And this is exactly how Slack grew from one platform to what it is today. And of course, another platform that I know that grow very well is Airbnb. It's one of those online platforms that all of you know that it connects travelers with hosts that are willing to rent out their home or apartments, right? So as Airbnb grew, what they realized is that they needed to establish clear processes, guidelines for their hosts to ensure consistent and high quality experience for their guests. So what they do is that they created education programs, and also they also established really strict quality standards which help them to scale really quickly while maintaining high level of customer satisfaction. This is something that important for a business to grow, because ultimately customer experiences, customer satisfaction is all there is for a business to grow, right? So what did Airbnb did was that once they have that solid system in place, then they started to expand and hire more customer support agents into their company so that they can handle increased volume of inquiries and issues. So that is how a company actually scale in a staggered manner, yet it is effective to grow their business. Right. Of course, the very next company that I feel we could learn from is really Amazon. Amazon is one of the e-commerce giant that has scaled rapidly over this years, and one of the key to success of their success has really been focusing on building highly automated, efficient system to handling orders and fulfillment. So because they are e-commerce, right? So as e-commerce platform, fulfillment and customer satisfaction is really important. So what they did was they developed really sophisticated algorithms um, that can predict demand. They can manage inventory very well, and that allow them to scale with minimizing their costs, overall costs. So what they also did was that they established strict process for handling customer service, complaints, to also manage the customer complaints, which are the main core customer satisfaction and experience that they focus on for in fulfilling their business, right? So which actually help them to maintain high level of customer satisfaction, despite that it is experiencing that rapid growth. And what we do not want to happen to our companies that when we are actually having this growth, yet we do not have enough people to handle the customers. So what they do is that they make sure they have established the process in place, and then they have the system in place. Only they start hiring the right people so that communication being effectively done, and then they can effectively expand their operations, right? In all of these cases, you can see the business really focusing on the process first, establishing the and keep on fine tuning the business process until it can be systemized before they start hiring, right? So in any business, that we think sometimes we will be overworking ourselves, like because we are entrepreneurs and we all started as solopreneurs in many hats, right? We are probably the accountant, we are probably the sales and accounts manager as well, we are probably the social media manager as well at the beginning of our journey. So what happened is that we have all this in our head, but no one else know what's really happening. So what we do is that we want to establish a process in a piece of paper, in Excel sheet, um, and draw out the big picture until we actually break it down into tasks and also systems that we collect all these standard operating procedures, I call it, and we put it into a system so that it becomes a knowledge base for anybody that we want to hire and onboard them as part of our team in the future. So when you have this base well established, then we already have a fixed um, procedures when it comes to growing our business, right? So I know this is a heavy topic and also is not for everyone at the at this juncture. Maybe in the near future, or maybe it's for you to start thinking about it because you're really this may be a sign that you are ready to scale, right? So what you need to do is really think about how you can best well automate your business process from the very first beginning, collecting your leads, to converting them into your customers, into making them your repeating customers, and making sure that they continue to stay in your ecosystem because you provide them customer satisfaction that they could not find anywhere else. And having the established systems and processes will do exactly that for you and your business, right? So that will be my take for you to think about how you are establishing this into your system. And I do have a few productivity tools that I like, and I selected for some of my clients, like Trello board, and also ClickUp, and of course the very fundamental Excel sheet, Excel spreadsheet that allow you to have a big picture of everything before you even put into a system. And always remember, dealing with systems require a minimal uh, learning curve. So at least give yourself some time to learn a step at a time so that you don't overwhelm yourself into building your business up one by one. And always remember, a solid foundation to your business is better than no foundation at all, right? So yeah, and for those of you that feel that business process and systems are so overwhelming and you do not know where to start, I am happy to assist you in that. And say if you feel you need someone to talk to, um, I'm happy to talk to you. So what you can do is, down here below, you can click on this link and then schedule a strategy call with me, and I'll be happy to run through with you the process that you can just um, devise a plan for yourself and your business to scale. All right, so yeah, that's all I have for tonight, and I hope you get some value out of this. And let me know what you need to know more about business processes, systems, and or even people, right? So yeah, that's all I have for today, and I'm happy to be part of this live, and Stella will be back to take over, and she'll be seeing you next week. All right, so that's all I have for today, and I hope you get something out of today. I'll see you in the next live.